up. There's the sound. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with this. I've got this mic, and it's got a USB thing. And the USB tends to come loose, the connection. So anyway, I will go over. I didn't really say anything there. So I'll just go over real quick about what I just said. Is yesterday was a real brutal day. Live streaming. Lost like $4 grand. Came back. Made that back plus about $500, and I was just going to go over real quick now. And if you want to check out those videos, you can see me lose $4,000 live, which is I got completely chopped up in the shit over here. You know, we saw the short coming in, took the short, and what did I do? I exited right at the top. Took another short, exited right at the top. Took another short, exited right at the top. I was just getting chopped up like crazy. Walked away for a little bit, came back, and then finally took that short trade and held it as price really broke through. But what we can see happen was yesterday the market opened. This level is still going to be significant for us today. I'm going to mark that back out. We had marked out this this level right up here. We have several touches on it. This is a 4-hour chart, 240-minute 4-hour chart. You can just see these levels a little more clearly on this time frame. We've got 1, 2, 3, now 4 touches on it. Plus we've got a support touch over here. Some support touches over here. Very significant level up here. And yesterday this came together with the upper band on the 4-minute, so it was a really significant level. And we came. This was right on the open. This is maybe pre-market actually. Around the open, the price came right up to this thing and just shot down off of it. I got into a short as we broke this level here, this support level right here. I thought price was going to come down, hit the 20 SMA. It did eventually, but again, we got chopped up in it. And when you're trading the Nasdaq, it's difficult to withstand that drawdown. And I was just trading one contract, and we lost about $4,000 on it. So. That was brutal. Even though the trade idea did come through, we just couldn't withstand that drawdown. I eventually got back into the trade, scaled in up to 6 contracts, I think, made that money back, and we did come down, hit that 20 SMA, and then now we're coming off of it. Today, this level is still going to be significant. Price seems, and we can also see we've got the 200 SMA up here. And for whatever reason, I remember the Nasdaq has always reacted on the 4-hour chart to the 200 SMA. So we've got that going on. It's popping through. But this 14,300 level is going to be big. It looks like it may want to break through that. If we look at the other indices, and I'm going to look at the S&P here in a minute, the ES here before the market opens, hopefully. Other markets are moving up. Nasdaq's getting dragged down by Netflix. Netflix is pulling this thing down into the gutter. It's really struggling to get out of it. The other indices look way more bullish than the Nasdaq at the moment. A lot of this is also with inflation and stuff going on, and the Nasdaq has a higher correlation to inflation and interest rates than I believe the other ones, the other indices do. So. We're going to mark out this level here on the 4-hour. I'm also going to just mark out this up trend line we've got going on right here. Some touches on it. We came down here a little bit on it. 14,000 will probably be a big level for it again today. So, just need to keep that level in mind. We'll draw that trend line. We can look on a daily what we got going on. Ooh, yesterday's candle. Come on, maximize. Yesterday's candle, ooh, look at this thing. Up to a big area of resistance, pushing off of it on a bearish candle. We break that low, I think we're going to be opening up this downside down here. However, if we break this high, if we break this big area of resistance, we're probably going to be looking at the 20 SMA on the 4-hour, or on the daily chart. I'm sorry, we're on the daily right now. You can always see what chart I'm on by looking up here. Then it'd probably open up this 20 SMA. But again, I think we're kind of in this overall bearish sentiment downtrend. A lot of talk about recession. I talk about it every day. So if you watch the live stream, I apologize for always repeating myself. But if you're new, all this recession talk, now they're talking about recession in 2023. It's just not, I don't know. The Trump boom, I believe, is over. We are now going into choppy waters here. Looks like this is a hourly chart. Today is, let's say, Thursday. Yep, Thursday. So this is a weekly volume profile. This is coming into play as the week goes on. We can see here we've got this big low volume node up here. Yesterday, well, I should probably go over to a 5-minute chart to look at, and I'll look at that in a minute. But anyways, we've got this low volume node going on up here. Low volume, not a lot of interest in these prices. This looks like a bullish candle on the 1 hour. It may want to come up to the upper band here. You may see an impulse on the open up here. I think that would probably fail once we hit that band on the 1 hour. So I'm going to mark that out right here at 14,200-ish level. I can see it impulsing up, hitting that, coming down. We've got this trend line down here, which has been drawn out for this week. Came down, touched it. This was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, this was yesterday. This was all the selling that went on yesterday, obviously. Came up. That looked like a bullish candle there that it was going to pop. I think some people got long on that and then got completely destroyed on the way down. We can see as this trend line right here broke, price really dropping. Price really dropping. And and then we just fell down to this trend line. Now we're pushing off. This trend line is going to be big today. I don't know. We've got the bottom of the band here. I can totally see this thing coming down. This will probably be a big area of support for it, actually, 14,000 again. So if we start to see price really breaking lower, I think if we get through the 20 SMA here, 14,100, we get through weekly point of control, we got some support here. You may see a drop down to this trend line. It may be choppy though. There's some small areas of support it could be bouncing off of. Similar day maybe to yesterday when we got chopped up. We can look at the 5-minute over here. I'm looking at a couple questions in the chat. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to get through the technical stuff. And then I'll come over to the chat. Yesterday. Oh, this is where we got chopped up yesterday. I don't know why the trades aren't coming up on the 5-minute. I think I took trades off of the 5-minute because it just clapped. They made it too jumbled. No, too much stuff. This is where we were getting in yesterday. I saw this. This is where I got chopped up. I saw this big selling coming in, and then we had all this selling coming through, all this selling yesterday. Man, it looked so bearish. Pull back, big bearish candle on the 5-minute, and man, it looked like it just wanted to drop down here again. I shorted it on this candle. What did it do? It just ripped up on me. I took another short, I think, on this candle. Boom, ripped higher on me. And then eventually we got the break of this trend line coming through on it. And I believe I think my winning trade was on this short as we came down. We made new lows, another pullback to the 20 SMA on the 5-minute, shorted it here and took it down. I can't believe to 14,000 over here. We did endure some drawdown on that, but my stop was up here above this candle. I mean, on all these trades, we broke the high of the previous 5-minute candle. I kept getting stopped out. Manually closing out right at the top. I mean, I closed out and then the thing would come down. I mean, it was just brutal. And that's what the market can do to you. The market can really mess with you. So, Lennon, real quick, POC is point of control. When you have a volume profile, excuse me, you can set the volume profile to whatever time you want. I do several on my 1 hour. I've got a weekly volume profile. I like to see what the market's doing over the week. And then on these lower time frames, the minute, 5-minute, 500 volume, I've got a session volume profile. And what you'll see on a volume profile, we can just look on a weekly. So this is the weekly. It's been calculating since Sunday night. We've got a few lines here. We've got a blue line up here. This yellow line is point of control. This blue line down here. This first blue line is value area high. This blue line down here is value area low. This darker blue area that these two lines make up is where 68% of the volume for the week has come in. Trading volume has come in. And this point of control yellow line is the price where we've had the highest volume. Now we've got two areas down here. This is the lower volume, the outlying area, and then the higher outlying area. And these are typically lower volume nodes. And we can see here we've kind of got this shape here. I don't know, that was a bad drawing. It's like that or whatever. But I hope that makes sense. We've got lower volume down here, lower volume down here, and low volume nodes is typically where we haven't been interested in prices, and higher volume nodes is our accepted prices. So I hope that makes sense. Point of control is where we have a lot of volume coming in, and typically we'll look at point of control like when we've got a session open and we're looking at a volume profile. As the session's going on, we can see point of control coming in at certain areas, particularly like an area around support or resistance. If I see point of control coming in there, a lot of volume coming in, I'm anticipating price to break one way or the other away from that point of control. It seems like that there's a lot of interest in that price, and that we've got big sellers or big buyers coming in around there, and price is going to start to move away. So what do we got going on today on this thing? Again, this level up here, this 14,300 is going to be a big level. What we can see coming in on a 500 volume chart real quick is we are positive on the day, almost 1%. Negative delta, however, we were positive delta not too long ago. So we're kind of flat on delta, I would say. Barely above VWAP. It's looking a little bearish. Yesterday's candle was a bearish candle. I think yesterday's low, I need to mark that out, is going to be significant today. Yesterday's low is going to be significant. I think if we break yesterday's low, if this thing does start to look bearish, we would probably drop down. So yesterday's low is going to be big. The only thing is the other indices look pretty strong. I'm going to look at the ES here in a second. So, we could come in and say, well, if we break this hourly candle high here at 94, it may want to come up to 210. I would actually, I don't know. All this up here looks like it just looks a little too high. I think, this is actually the exact same setup as yesterday as the market opened. Sorry, I'm back over here on the hourly. Let's look at the hourly candle from yesterday. This was pre-market. Look at this candle. This was this pre-market hourly at the 7 to 8 a.m. candle. This is the 7 to 8 a.m. candle today. Very similar. And then look what happened yesterday in the open. Boom, we shoot down. Boom, we shoot down. Where could you look to possibly short it? I just missed this. There's a little trend line going on right here. I think that if we broke 14,100 and we came down to like 14,088, you might be able to take this short down here. I'm cautious of getting chopped up again. So I'm only trading one contract. I probably would have to get in. I'd be waiting for this thing to break and then wait for it to maybe come back up and retest this area with VWAP, trend line, 20 SMA. So, a decent trade would be we come down here, we break it, we come back up, retest, and then we would come down. That might be something. But if we break this level up here, 14,300, I think we're going to start trending up. But coming in, Delta's dropping lower. Delta's dropping lower right now. As price is kind of staying flat, that's an indication that price may want to move down. Delta was not my friend yesterday, however, so I don't know if Delta's going to be my friend today. We've got some kind of rangy a little bit going on here. It's kind of like, what is it, like that, I guess. Delta moving lower. I'd expect this to break, and we get a drop down here probably, down to VWAP. You can maybe short 48 down to 130. Might actually be a decent trade. So yeah, that might be a decent trade there. We're just going to let it open and see what happens. See what's going on with that. All right, how much time do I have? 4 minutes. Let's look at the ES real quick, because ES actually looks kind of bullish. We can see here, this is the S&P. I'll pull this up. We can see here out on the ES, this is, you can look here at the daily chart. We've broken out of this downtrend. We're now pushing up right at that 20 SMA on the ES. Looks bullish. Broke yesterday's high already. A lot of this is also on Tesla earnings. Tesla came out, blew out expectations, of course. And so you know, this looks like it's opened up here. We've got an area of resistance up here. You know, you can see coming up to maybe 4,600 at some point. I want to see what happens with it, but we can move down a little bit here. This is not a weekly volume profile. Actually, I could just ignore this volume profile for a minute. We're cranking up. I need to change this actually to a weekly. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I don't know why. This is how we can do our templates here. Let's load a 60-minute template. Hopefully that gives me a weekly profile. You can see here how price is moving up. We've got a trend line as well. So this looks bullish to me, you know. Down at VWAP, looks like a good area of support. The way that I trade the ES is I usually use a 2000 tick chart on the ES. It's calculating the volume profile right now, so it's freezing up. I like the 2000 tick chart on the ES. I know a lot of people use it for that, and I do as well. Just drawing some simple trend lines. It's kind of coming through this one right here. I don't know, actually. But I like to have this one open and just do basic price action and trend lines and structure on it. It's a little bit easier to these are a little bit higher data candles, so they're a little bit more reliable, I guess, than the smaller ones. Like it also just moves kind of slower. So I'm going to be watching this today and see if I can't find opportunity. And I typically like to take a trade on the ES later in the morning. I like to let the volume profile open up. And here's a weekly volume profile. It looks like it wants to stretch out some more. I would anticipate this continuing to move up. I like to see the session volume profile begin to generate, and sometime around like 9:30, 10 o'clock, trade off that volume profile, trade off that structure that's created. Right here, we can see we've got an LVN that's formed on, this is the weekly volume profile now. We can see this LVN that's formed. Over here, I suspect VWAP will act as support on it and this trend line as well. So I'm going to keep this open, and I'm going to have it off on another screen. If I see something pop up on it, I will drag it over and we'll take a look at it. But again, I usually let that session volume profile on the ES really generate, form, establish itself, and then I'll trade off that those low volume nodes into higher volume areas and off of a 2000 tick support and resistance, basic technical analysis stuff. So it's not as crazy as the Nasdaq, which is just out of its mind. But let's look at the Nasdaq. Market just opened. I haven't even looked at the chat today, so I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to let this thing jump around. I'm not going to jump into anything. See who we got going on today. We got Carlo. I think your mic is not working. I'm sorry. I'm assuming it's working now. Yeah, it's like it's got this little USB connection on the back, and it's very sensitive. So, morning, Donatis. Javier, good morning. Morning, Carlo. Hashem, I think I already said good morning, but good morning. Thanks for joining in. Lennon, what's up, man? Vernon, good to see you, buddy. So I checked out some of your videos. Look like you're doing well. So good job. Congratulations. I hope everything's going well for you. What's up, Zero? Good morning. Oh, look at the Nasdaq now popping up. A lot of volume coming through on that, on the Delta. I think it's got, you know, the upper band there up there at 12, maybe in its sights, but I'm not going to jump in on this. Hey, BDM, what's up? Andre, what's up, man? Good to see you. Jeff, top of the morning to you, buddy. SW Blaze, morning. Says, all right, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going well for you. All right, so now what? Now we just kind of watch this thing for a little bit. Why? Somebody asked me why I have the bear. Where was the bear comment? Why the bear head? I don't know. I started see now we've come right up here to the band there on the 1 hour. We can see here. Let me pull my pen. I'm not seeing Delta wasn't my friend yesterday, so I'm not relying on Delta too much today. But we can see here as prices made new highs. Delta has not made new highs. I feel like it's going to find some resistance up here. Let's see what happens with it. Why the bear head? I don't know. I started using the bear head because I don't know. I just started using them because I feel like you need some like a face or something to like look at. It's weird just to be talking with no, you know, face, mouth moving. So I threw him up there and I haven't taken him down. Now it's really moving up here, huh? We're just still watching it. I guess you could have taken that pop up to 12, up to the top of the band there. We're not close. We're now outside of that band. It may want to come up here to 300. May have that in its sights. Buy it above 50. I don't know. 50 up to 300. Get a pullback on it. It's going to give you some pullback. Thing really. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. The Nasdaq can move pretty quick. See a bunch of selling coming up there at 50. Thing is, you could try to get on it here if you're like, man, I think it's coming up to 300, but you get in on it right here and you're like, I'm just going to hold it to 300 no matter what. And then the thing shoots down 60 points on you. And you're like, shit, you know, $1,200 on one contract is not fun. And you're waiting the rest of the morning for this thing to come back your way. Which I think it will. I mean, I think it wants to come up to that 300 level. Not seeing Delta really moving up. But again, I just don't want to be. Hey, Wayne, what's up, man? What is my trading style, my strategy? My trading style is basic technical analysis, which we went over in pre-market, just marking out trend lines, areas of support and resistance, and then trading price action to and away from those areas of support and resistance. I use just basic price action and cumulative delta down there. I find areas of support and resistance using volume profile and just basic technical analysis junk on higher time frames. So I guess that would be my strategy. Man, it's going to be up there at 300 before I know it. Son of a gun. Coming right up to that big area of resistance. One thing I found that I do in my trading is I'm like, and I find myself doing this right here. It's like, oh, it's got a little bit more room left. It's got a little bit more room left. It's too close. You know, I've got to realize that this is too close to this major area. And that, you know, the old trader in me would take a buy right here and then get out at 90 and just try to get those 9 points. But, you know, the stop loss on that thing is too big. I mean, your stop loss on that would be 82 to 50, 52. You know, a 30-point stop loss for a 9-point gain just ain't where it's at. So maybe we'll let it come up here and pop up to 300. I'm sure someone's going to catch this trade. And then I really want to see what it wants to do up here. Yeah, man. Sometimes it feels like I tell you what, I'd be trading this thing. Yeah, Wayne, sorry, real quick. That is a volume chart. I also have a tick chart up over here. This is a 500 tick chart with an overnight volume profile. I used to use a tick chart, but I switched over to 500 volume. I still have it up. Like if I'm about ready to get into a trade, sometimes I'll look at the tick chart just like get confirmation. Like let's say I was interested in buying this thing and I was just looking for a pullback. We got the big move up, and then I might look for this, like a candle like this. If I saw something like this on a 500 volume, I might quickly look at a 500 tick and just confirm that bullish candle off the 200 SMA or 20 SMA, sorry, on that, and that would have been a pretty good trade right there up, but that actually would have been a great trade. Your stop is right here. You could do a two. I keep calling it 2 for 1. What a 2 to 1 risk reward ratio on that? That would have been a great trade. I'm too busy just chit chatting. We also have it over here on the 500 volume. Look at that, coming right off the 20 SMA. Buy the break at the top, take it up to the upper band. That's a 2.5 for 1. 2.5 for 1. That's not the right saying. Somebody could probably correct me on that. I don't know. It's two for 2 to 1 risk reward. Looks like a short maybe at 48. Break of that support. We see Delta dropping. I don't know if I want to trade that counter trend though. You can also see a little LVN formed at 45. Delta dropping. It's gone negative now. Oh yeah, Zero. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. I need to get some more subscribers. Oh, thank you, PD Legend, for reminding me. We had some economic stuff come out this morning. Thank you. I should be looking at this every morning. Initial jobless claims rose. This morning. Markets, those seem to be like they're going up. So this was the big one. This would have been initial jobless claims. Actually, they went down. Sorry, they did not rise. They went down. Previous was 186. This is at 184, but consensus was at 180. So they actually went down. But did not, but came in lower or higher. It's higher, I should say, than expectations. We've got Fed Powell's speech at 10. Ooh, thank you for pointing that out. Oh boy. That's a big one. That's going to be a market mover. That's a 10. Shit. That's going to ruin my trading day. This looks like a buy maybe. Yeah. You can see this pullback here. Bullish candle on the 1 minute, breaking higher. We can see point of control coming in there. Price is going to want to move one way or the other. 16.29. Again, we're coming off that big area of resistance up here. So we got Powell speaking at 10, so be careful with that. Take off this red line. That's no longer in play. Like he's trying to figure out which way it wants to go here. Yeah, 1 p.m. That's right. Yeah, 1 p.m. Sorry, 10 and 12. Sorry, that's Central Time for me. Sorry, I don't know what time you guys are on. I'm here in the Midwest. Kind of a cloudy-ish day today, Midwest. I'm wondering if this thing wants to fail here up at this level. Although, it's difficult for me to trade against that move. you know, and be like, okay, I think we're gonna come back down. But you know, sometimes before, you know, Powell speaks or big events or whatever, so now wants to break high and keep going up. See the band here on the 1 minute really opened up there up to 14,300-ish, but sellers coming in down here. You know, I think the 20 SMA on the 1 minute might be some support. I was thinking about shorting it, break at 30 down here, anticipating a big drop back down maybe to VWAP, but I can see 20 SMA there. I don't know. I just need to see what it wants to do. We may come up here and touch this trend line. It may break through it. You know, it may break through that, may break through this area of resistance, and then a good way to trade that would be wait for it to break through and then come back down and retest what was resistance. Now would be support, and you could try to buy it as it retested that on a bullish candle. But let's see. If I didn't have the Bollingers up here, I mean, this looks like it's you know, it's just kind of a classic bull flag type thing. Big move up, pull back. I would want to come up and make new highs. But I don't know. A little yawn there. Maybe I need to start losing some money to get a little more excited here. We seem to be accepting these prices up here, though. And I say that because we can see the volume profile coming in right up here. And where price was when the market opened, this is just all low volume. And now we got all the volume coming in up at this level. So it seems like price does not want to come back down to this. That being said, I guess you could buy it down here would be the smart thing to do. Buy it down like at 47, right down here at support. Fortunately, I'm not that smart. So yeah, tick chart. It's a tight range. Yeah, I think you'd probably want to buy it down at 50. I would anticipate a break of this high here and of this thing to move up. I mean, that's what it looks like it wants to do. If I didn't know there was this massive area of resistance up here at 94, I probably would be buying into this. This thing reacted so negatively to this level yesterday. See it over here. Just want to be careful. I'm wondering if it wants to come back into this range, this price. You put your stop down there at 41. No, take that off. That's a bearish candle on the 500 volume. Let's look at a tick chart. Tick, 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 tick. See, the tick and 500 volume are pretty similar, you know. Got some buyers coming in here. Bouncing off the level. See if it wants to make that move back up. like this 1 minute chart, this 1 minute candle there. Just for a scalp. Guess that 1 minute candle looks pretty good. Like how it's pushing off that 20 SMA on the 1 minute. This is all such low volume down here. I think I'm gonna need to get out if it starts breaking lower. Yeah, I may need to get out on this. I don't know. I'm really trading off that profile, the volume profile there. Yeah, I need to get out. Shoot. 534. Now it's going to come back up, isn't it? I'm really just trading off this volume profile. It's this big LVN down here. See that? That's an overnight. It's the overnight. Too bearish. Close below the 20 SMA on that. Critical area right here for it. See what it wants to do. Son of a gun. Looking to see how that 1 minute closes. Man. Dang it. Who's done? I think this is about ready to come down here. I don't know, Carlo, because it's just too much stuff for me. I'm not really familiar with volumetric bars, and I don't really feel like trying to learn that at the moment. This thing's going up. Volume. Two. Man, should have bought down here. I should have just kept the original trade. Or actually should have added to it down here. But look where I closed out. This is my problem. It's like, you know, cutting the winners too soon and holding on to losers a little too long. It's 10 points. I took a 30-point loss on that. A lot of selling coming through. Like clicking. I don't know. This low volume node down here, this low volume area, I don't feel like it. I feel like that's an area to buy it. But what do I know? So what I really like to see it do is drop back down to this area and for me to get a nice bullish candle on a 500 volume. Anybody else take any trades on this thing yet? And if you wouldn't mind, give this give this live stream a like. I'd really appreciate it. Maybe we can get 50 likes today. That's my goal. 50 likes. 29 right now. At least 40. 40, you know, micro is getting chopped. Yeah, man, getting chopped. I feel you. This is kind of the area I like to see it drop. Ooh, now we're going lower. Going lower. Where are you going? Delta's moving lower. It's interesting how we got this trend line we drew here, and now like the back end of it's providing support. And I think that stuff like that's interesting. How it does that. Such a weird thing. Ooh, some more likes, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. I got 55 folks in here, I think, or maybe 59. 33 likes. Come on. It doesn't cost anything. No one's going to know that you liked it. Look at that. See how that 1 minute closes over there? The algorithm will know. That's right. The algorithm will know, which will help me get some more folks in here in the morning. Should be fantastic. I would love to build a trader community. Get some guys in here. Guys and gals. It's not just guys. It's girls too. We got the range going on. We got hotkeys. Always fumbling with hotkeys, aren't we? Trades by bear. That's what I should do. I thought about taking that bear avatar away. It's kind of silly. I mean, I put it up to begin with. There's just some anonymity. But I'm thinking about taking it away. Just going au natural. Can't talk today. I apologize. I'm being stupid. May want to come down now to the 20 SMA on the 95. Does that have 20 points in it? Still using the back end of this silly little trend line. Look at that. Still in your trade, Carlo? Or did you exit? Take profit. Are we going down? Going down, down. Boom, 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 boom. It was all downhill from there. Yeah. Still falling. 96. I'm gonna look at those 1 minute closes over here. Closes. It's still got a whole minute. Son of a gun. Still using the back end of that dumb trend line that we drew. Look at this. Still using the back end of this thing. It's hilarious. Come on, guys. 3 more likes. Give me 40. Give me 40. I don't like odd numbers. I think I told somebody this. I'm like OCD. I only like even numbers. I need 3 more likes, guys. Come on. Yes, thank you. Oh, I love even numbers. Makes me feel good. Sometimes I do lose that stuff, PD Legend. The one way you can fix it is to erase your database, database management. So you go into tools, then database management, and then let's see what it says here. And then tools, database management, reset database, and then click reset. It's going to clear your database out, all your trades and everything like that. Oh, you already did that last night? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think some of that's rhythmic. God, look at the back end of this trend line. Still working it. Still working it. I'm not going to buy it as it touches it because we keep drifting down, but it's just kind of showing me that there's not a lot of meat on this. Maybe down to 98. I don't know. Oh, did they? They put out support. I don't get the support emails, Wayne. I'm like not on the list. I don't understand why. Why I'm not on the list, guys. Put me on the list. Flip and trade this thing every day. You guys can't send me a support email? Let's see. At least 1 hour is going to close here in a second. Not looking good. Not looking good. So, all right, let's look at what our original trade plan was. The break of 20 SMA, break of this trend line, take it down to the next trend line. Let's see if we get something on that. I'm going to go fill up my coffee. Coffee break. I'll be right back. Coffee break, coffee break. Coffee break. We'll be back in, let's say, 7 to 8 minutes. Probably shorter than that. Change my font. Nice even number, 28. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Oh, I'm back. I think that was 7 to 8 minutes. That was probably like 3 minutes. Let's save that. What are we hitting? The 20 SMA and the 5 minute? Yeah, I know. I know, Andre. Tell me about it. I know. I've heard that a ton. I've heard that a ton. That the technical pre-market technical analysis stuff is really good, and then we get into the actual trading, and it all goes to shit. Typical. Typical. Actually, I'm gonna take that off. I thought I saw this 1 minute coming in this LVN right here. This 1 minute. Maybe I want to roll down to VWAP. Maybe. Let's see if we want to get a move to VWAP. What do you guys think? This thing is the worst. See if we get that move to VWAP. 84. And we got 91. Are we bouncing off 20 SMA? I've got a lot of critiques of my trading, particularly like this one. Like I sit down and I'm like, oh, there's a trade. And I'm like, boop, get in there. Oh, there's a trade. Get in it. Get out of it. Get in. Get out. Oh, I just feel like we're bouncing off this 20. So I'm gonna see if it closes below it. But again, it's got VWAP down here at 82. 82. You know what it is, Andre? It's all in my head. It is just such a psychological game. If I were a robot and I could like program myself, and I could program myself, I think I'd make a lot of money. But I'm not a robot. I've got thoughts, emotions, all these things begin to take control. I mean, meditation does help quite a bit with that stuff. But look at the back end of this trend line. This is just awesome. You still can't control it all the way. And particularly like when you're live streaming, you feel like you want to end the day green, just somehow. You know what I mean? It's like you want to, like, see, Precious went to VWAP on that, but I got out way too soon. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I hope you guys take something from the technical analysis, because I think the technical analysis stuff is pretty good. And that's actually probably the thing I think I have the most value out of this whole live streaming thing. You should always take your own trades. You should never copy my trades. If you copy my trades, you will undoubtedly lose money. Number one is that I do lose money quite a bit. Number two, you probably don't understand like the trade or what's going on with it, or it just doesn't make sense to fit your trading style. Like, who was it? Carlo. Carlo took that short up here. I didn't see that short. I mean, he took it and he profited nicely from it, and that's his trading style. That's the way it works for him. For me, I didn't see it, and other people trade differently. So, I think the technical analysis stuff I'm usually pretty good at, and the trade execution I'm pretty bad at, and that's just being honest. So, here we're dropping even lower now. You got to be honest with yourself about this stuff. I am not a trading guru, expert. You are not going to get rich by watching this live stream, but you might learn something, and you can take some of that and apply it to your own trading. And I think I'm pretty good at technical analysis because I've been doing it so long. Yeah, see, Andre trades support and resistance levels that hold. I typically trade them that break, because I find that price moves pretty quickly through all that junk. So I think this thing's got room down to 50 at this point. It's gonna take a quick scalp, hopefully. The other thing I noticed is this thing hasn't had the follow throughs down to those 50 levels that I like. It's kind of been bouncing off around like what it's doing now, like around 58 or something. Just frustrating, to say the least. Just frustrating. Getting in too low. Chit-chatting, getting in too low. Yeah. Two, 1, 84. Oh, bop, 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 bop. Maybe we could fall to 32. I say that because I see band down here. I see some support maybe down here. I don't know. I might need to get out of this. Pop, 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 pop. Luckily, I'm only trading one contract, so I'm not too freaked out. Anybody use who was in the chat yesterday? Who was in the chat yesterday and they were using like some chirpy thing, some like chirpy popcorn thing? That was like using, I think that was just like basically using like cumulative delta and stuff. I think. Tick strike, hiya, tick strike. Sounds like a Russian military maneuver. I almost shorted it back up there, VWAP. I kind of wish I did. I always wish I did. Wondering if it's going to break through here and then drop down to 30. It's really struggling down here, though. There it goes without me. Goodbye. Goodbye, price. Goodbye. I got out, man. I just got chicken. I got chicken. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't hold my emotion on that. I wanted to get out of that trade. I'm a human, guys. I'm a human. I wish that I could have nerves of steel and trade. You know what the thing is, when I don't trade live, my nerves are way more controlled. I'm like, I tell myself, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like yesterday, I'm like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna go down $1,500 or something on the week, and that's fine. But when you're live streaming, it's totally different. But in a way, it's kind of good because it makes you control your emotions almost even more, because then when I'm not live streaming, I'm way more calm, like way more calm. Yeah, I don't know. Like we are going to want to come down to 30. I'll get back in this thing right where I got out of. Good big bust through there on that. I think we're going to want to come down there and touch that band, but as soon as I get in, of course, it decides not to do that. Little LVN right there. Little LVN up there at 55. It's popping up. Man, I'm getting fucked on this. I gotta get out there. That's popping up. Dang it. Can't seem to find our groove. Pushing off of that support, this trend line here. I just noticed that. Getting too eager beaver. But 81, maybe shorting in a VWAP. Ooh, 50 likes. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We're now out of this trend, this downtrend, so I don't know. Is what it is. Looking at what the ES is doing over here. Look at the ES real quick. This is a 2000 tick chart on the ES. See, we've come down to VWAP, hitting off a VWAP on this. Again, this is the ES. Blow it up so you can't see the NQ. Coming down. It's looking like maybe if we break, here, we'd want to start moving back up again. Let's see on a 60-minute if we're hitting anything. There's an LVN. It also has this trend line here. So looking a little like a support area on it. Again, the ES looks like it's broken out now to the upside, so this might actually be a decent area to get in. Nice bullish candle there on the 2000 tick. Should we trade an ES, guys? Should we trade an ES? It looks more bullish. It looks more bullish than the Nasdaq. On the bigger picture, that is. If I can move that guy over. Again, ES over here, NQ over here. See, again, if you were a better trader, you would be shorting it right here at this trend line, taking it down. But what am I doing? I'm waiting for that trend line to break. Ooh. Anybody here also trading the ES? The S&P 500? Actually correlating pretty nicely to the NQ today. It's pretty bearish. I think the NQ though is more bearish than the than the ES. Oh, the ES looks like it's gonna fall there. It's breaking lower. One of the reasons I got in this trade is I saw the ES looking like it's coming down. The ES is coming down. Fucking Nasdaq's coming down, tell you that. I'm gonna get out there, but I saw this little bullish candle. Up $60 on the day. Ooh, I like to see that green number. I like to see that green. I'll take the green any day. Green make me happy. All right, let's see if I haven't even looked at OBS. Is OBS even still going? Yes, OBS is still going. Ooh, this thing looks bearish. Ooh, looks bearish. We got the ES over here, guys. I don't usually trade the ES, but you know what? Hey, I like having it up right here. We saw the ES moving that bearish, taking that bearish move. I mean, one thing that I could do is if Nasdaq starts to look bullish, if we start breaking higher, like up into here, I may buy the S&P because S&P is on a higher time frame more bullish than the Nasdaq. All right, so you can, I don't know. You can like zoom like this, and then I can like hold down. Somebody taught me I can hold down my Alt key and move it around. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Yeah, stick strike. That's something that Apex is really pushing. I got some email from Apex. They're really pushing some new software thing. I don't know. Anybody that's selling me like a program that's going to fix all my trading is bullshit. No, there is not one indicator, not one program, nothing out there that can teach you how to that will solve all your problems. You can just sit back and wait for a blue dot or a red dot or a green dot to pop up on your screen, and you trade it, and you at the end of the month have great income. I mean, a lot of it is. I mean, really, to be honest with you, a lot of it is risk management and being good risk management. And that's something that I really need to work on. I mean, that's all psychological, right? All psychological. And that's an area that I think a lot of other traders really need to work on as well, is cutting those losers quickly. I mean, we can even see here when I took this short here. Let me pull a pen. I'll zoom in and we take this. Looks like it's going to come up. When I took, oh, here's a pen. When I took this short here, I should have been out way sooner. I should have been out here on this candle, on this big bullish candle. Volume coming in, I should have got out. But what did I do? I held it till we broke the 20 SMA. You know, that was 8 points right there. 8 points that I gave back to the market. For why? Because I was hoping that it was going to come back down. I was hoping that we'd find some resistance up here. When the move didn't get the follow through on it, When we saw this bearish candle pop down, then we pop back up. I should have been out, you know, up here at 50, 50 and a quarter. Instead, I held on to it to 59. That's just not good. Just not good. Sorry, I hit the mic. I wouldn't buy tick strike. I mean, everybody's always looking for that next indicator that's going to solve their problems. And oh, if I buy this or I do that, then it's going to do it. I mean, the thing is, what I've found is technical analysis is big. I don't need all this stuff up on my screen. Just doing technical analysis. I have it because I look at it, you know, different. I look at it for different situations, but I don't look at it all the time. It's not like I'm watching Delta and this Delta bar breaks this Delta bar, I'm selling it. I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm looking at technical analysis, and I'm using Delta sometimes, and sometimes I'm not using it. And doing good and doing good risk management, which is all just mental stuff. But on here, you know, it looks like maybe we're gonna roll down, but Delta's, I don't know, something. I'm gonna get the ES off of this. I'm not particularly interested in trading the ES at this exact moment. What I want to see is what it's doing over here. Let's see. We've got the hourly up. We've got this trend line. I hope that trend line's coming through on your screen. But we've got this trend line, which is coming up. We're hitting the 20 SMA. We're hitting the 200 SMA on the 1 hour. This is a key level down here at 14,100. I think that if we break 14,100, the thing is going to want to probably fall down to this area. 14,030, let's say 14,030. So let's see what it's going to do down here, but it's at an area of support right now. So we've got another trend line that's been coming up down here. So I suspect this would be a big area for it. But you know, with Powell speaking, Powell could send this thing either way. And the price isn't particularly going to care about trend lines or levels or whatever. I can see it's busting up through 50, going back up to VWAP. Something like that, maybe. See, I'm just doing that. See, on this one, I'm using Delta. You can see here how Delta is moving higher. We break that 200 SMA, 200 SMA, 20 SMA on the 1 minute, clear that 50 level, and maybe price will want to quickly move back up to VWAP. It's got to get up there, though, first. Delta is very deceiving. Delta can be your friend or it cannot be your friend. That's right. Sometimes Delta's my friend. Oftentimes it is not. But I need price to break this level, break the 20 SMA. I would love for it to close above the 20 SMA. See your Delta's moving up some more. Delta's reaching. It's stretching. It's stretching. Moving up. Moving on up. Looking bullish. Still hasn't taken my order, which is fine. It can do what it wants. Ooh, this is a tricky one, guys. This is a tricky one. I feel like we're going to get that move up, though. Delta's moving higher. No real reason for me to get out of this thing yet. Mm. 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 Almost took my prize. I should have held that, huh? Boom, up to VWAP. Got to VWAP. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Should have held on to that. We read the trade, but got out too soon. Why? Because I let my emotions take over. I let my emotions take over. Should have held it to VWAP. Always learning, right? All right, let's look at S&P. Oh, S&P is broken out. The S&P has broken out. You can see it here. We've broken out. I would be interested in buying this thing here. I would be interested in buying this thing. See if we get a pullback, maybe back down to VWAP, because we're out of this trend line. Out of this trend line. I don't usually trade the S&P. Should I? Should I? Move this guy. I mean, the S&P is more bullish to me on a, you know, see what kind of move we get on this guy. Nice bullish candle there coming out. This may take a while. S&P is slow. One of the reasons I stopped trading the S&P ES is it's like slow. Everybody at Nasdaq is like, oh, I'm getting to that price and I'm getting there lickety split. And Nasdaq is like, I'm just gonna take my time. Just gonna move around a little bit. Go slow. Look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq's like, see ya. S&P's like, I'm just thinking about it. No big deal. Guys, give this thing a like, will ya? Please give me up to 60. No, I don't like odd numbers. I don't like 55. 55 isn't a good number. Come on, give me 60 lakhs, guys. 60 lakhs. Carlo, what didn't you miss? We took some trades, man. Took a trade on the ES here. So we've broken out to the upside of this thing. I don't know. Got a little too soon though. I'm a couple points down on it. Might be learning my lesson about trading the ES. Gonna look for, I might add if we get a nice bullish candle, if we break 96. Oh, man, ES is painful. This is why I don't trade the ES. It's also I got him way too high on it. But. So I'm taking the long in the ES over the Nasdaq because I feel like the ES overall is more bullish than the Nasdaq. And I like how this 2000 tick chart we've broken out to the upside. So I took a buy, probably at the worst place I could have taken a buy on it. What I really should do is now wait for a bullish candle on a 2000 tick and try to add to it. That's not a bullish candle for me, so I'm not going to add as we break higher. But you take what the market gives you. And why am I getting out of O2? That's a good question. That's a good question. I should really be getting out of value area high up here closer. So that's a decent trade, right? Right, guys? I mean, come on. Like a two and one or something or other. All right, guys, I'm gonna get some coffee. If this thing hits my stop, just feel for me. I'm gonna move it down one tick. 92. If it hits my stop, just, you know, you can put a little cry emoji in the chat. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. We get punched out of that trade, huh? Son of a gun. Well, we gotta take our stop on it. This actually might be a good place to buy back into it. Man, 1 point stop. Well, let's see what's happening today. We've got what's his name speaking in about 10 minutes. Ah, this is a good place to get back into it. That's a good buy. Let's see if we can't break higher on that. My good reentry. Son of a gun. Are we gonna fall lower again? Man, adding to a loser. Talk about adding to a loser. Sorry, got kind of aggressive on that. It could just be Powell speaking, but this to me looks like a pretty good trade where we've got this counter trend line with a ton of touches. 1, 2, 3, broke through it, come back, we retest it, get a bullish candle on a 2000 tick, and that's a good risk reward ratio to try to take this thing back up to value area high. I mean, you don't have to be right on these trades all the time. You just got to be right on them once in a while. Looks bullish on the Nasdaq, but here it comes. Yep. I should just stick to the Nasdaq, huh? All right, we learned our lesson with the ES. See you, ES. Man, back down now to the red. I don't like the red color. I don't know, BPS. It's probably 0.5%, I would think. I think they have to do like 0.5%. I don't think this is a Powell. Sorry, this is not FOMC. So I think that's what you're talking about. This is just a Powell speech. I don't think he's doing anything particular. Well, guys, that's what I get for trying to trade a different product that I don't usually trade. So go back to the Nasdaq. 940. I don't know. With him talking here pretty soon. Now I'm all turned around the Nasdaq. This looks like it's gonna fall though. Down $30. I should just stick with the Nasdaq, guys. Should follow my own advice. Just trade one product. Still bouncing off that 20 SMA on the 1 hour. Well, I will say I'm glad I got out of the I took my stops on the ES because this thing broke lower. You know, it's just a false breakout. False breakout. I still like the trade. I still like the trade on the ES, and I'm okay that I lost it. You know, we had the value, we had the volume profile going on here. Broke a solid trend line, had a pullback, and you know, looked like it was going to come up back up here, but is what it is. I'm just going to stick to the NQ. $9.45. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm going to be trading. Oh, man, I'm still down $30. I think I'm just going to have to take a red day today on $30. I think with Powell talking here pretty soon, there's no point trying to trade through that. You're going to get... I mean, one thing you could do is... Oops, sorry, I'll get this off my screen. Is wait for this thing to really start moving. I mean, Powell could send this thing shooting up or shooting down. I suspect it's going to shoot down. But, you know, I guess our original trade plan is still, you know, on the table, which is the break of the 20 SMA, break of 14,100, and have it drop down to this area to 14,030 level. I mean, I think that's still there, right? Like that's not necessarily off the table. Oh, still watching it. I think it's just going to slow down until Powell speaks. So, I really would like to end the stream in the green, but I could also end it deep in the red if I take the trade. Deep in the red. So, I don't know. If you guys like the stream, you could give it a like. I keep asking for the likes. I don't know why. It feels like if I can't make my P&L, I'm going to make likes. You know what I mean? But you can also not like it. You can just chill and watch. Chill. So I've got this, oh, here, I got a poll. Here, I got a poll. What does this thing do? Oh, wait. How do I create the poll? Did I create the poll? I don't know how this thing works. Oh, ask your community there. I'm wondering if I should keep this bear avatar. I don't know how I ask it. Oh, there it is. All right, should I keep the bear avatar or should I go with my real face? Just get rid of the avatar. I feel like the stream needs a face, but so it's either the bear avatar, which I think some people think is funny. This thing looks like it's going to fall, which I think people think is funny. But I'm also like tempted, like the channel is kind of getting flat. Like my subscribers are just kind of flat. And I read somewhere that you should do, like channels that have like a face to it or whatever have way higher subscriber rates. This thing's going to tank. I just missed that short. Down to that 100. Remember, we've got this area down here opened up. I want to see what it wants to do down here. Oh, so my question isn't posed correctly. Should I keep the bear avatar? Hold on. I got to end this poll. I'm going to end this poll. Give me a second. I'm going to do another one. Confusing the way it's phrased. Yep. I got you, buddy. I got you. I'm going to do another one. All right. Ask your community. There. Should I keep the bear avatar? Shit, this thing is dropping without me even looking at it. Dang it. I'm doing the stupid poll. I'm not looking at price action. We're now down through that trend line. We're down through the 20 SMA. No, I should not keep the bear avatar. I only have one vote, though. So a no vote means that I'm just going to go with real webcam. My face is super ugly. Super ugly. No, I think I have a pretty average face. I'm wondering if I should just short this thing. We're now down through that trend line. Should I just short it and hold it? I want to see what it does around the 90 level. I have a face for radio. I don't know what that means. I'm thinking about jumping in on this. Shorten the bottom. Waiting for us to fall down to the oblivion. Down to 50. Should I keep the bear avatar? No, I shouldn't keep him. I should go with my real face. Oh, wow. I appreciate that, guys. Oh, I should probably not do a poll and just trade. Oh, it's coming up. Man. I feel like it's going to fall down to, I feel like we're through these levels down here. This is where you get chopped up. We may have to hold this thing for a little bit. I feel like though it's got room though down to 50. I don't know why I keep getting at the bottom of this thing. You want to know why? Because I have FOMO. And by the time I make a decision, I got in on this bearish candle right there. But, you know, I was just talking about how I got to get out sooner. Like, I need to get out sooner. Yeah, I always go back. I got to get my subscribers up, guys. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I really want to build a big community of traders. And 6. Maybe at the bottom of the band here on the 1 minute. Well, I'm in the green 151. No face cam either. Yeah, I would agree with that. Particularly, I didn't care. I didn't care about the face cam. I was like, who cares? You should just, you know, trade and do whatever. But sorry, I got a text here. But I think people can relate to the channel and to like what you're doing and the voice and everything more if you've got a face to it. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try. Maybe we'll try the real one. All right, guys, I'm jumping off of this thing. I think my brain is completely toasted. I don't know why I'm jumping off though, because the trade plan is coming through, it seems like. But you know what's happening? Powell's talking at 10. So if I end up taking any more trades, I will record them and put them up on the channel later. But I need to take a break. I've been chatting too long, and my brain is getting a little toasty here. So I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go for a walk. The sun has come out here in Missouri. It's come out. I'm going to go for a walk, maybe a run, maybe a trot. And yeah, I use OBS PD Legend. Sorry. I hope to see you guys back tomorrow. Seems like we're divided on the bear or no bear poll. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put my email in this thing. If you guys have any suggestions about the channel, or, you know, just anything really, you can shoot me an email and I'd be happy to reply to those. I try to reply to all of them. If you sent me an email and I didn't reply to it, just shoot it to me again, like 2 days later. Sometimes it gets lost, or sometimes I need to like give a longer explanation, and I set it aside and I just, you know, forget to reply to it. But let me post my email in here. Reach out, guys. And happy to help out. This looks like it might fall again. I like these two like bearish candles on the 500 volume, but I may jump in on this one. Like how it's opened up there. I don't know. I need to take a break. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate you tuning in. I don't have a Discord. Maybe I should do the Discord. I don't even really know how Discord works. I should look into that. I don't know. I'll look into it and maybe we'll chat about it tomorrow. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Later.